So in the Vaishnava tradition, that the Lord Sri Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Well, sometimes he has his internal expansions, internal energy, and Radharani is the supreme internal potency of the Supreme Lord in his lila, in his pastime. So therefore you can say that in the Vaishnava tradition, Radharani plays very important role in Krishna lila. But he is actually the internal, she is actually the internal potency of the Supreme Lord. So, so the highest, therefore, form of understanding of the Supreme Lord is actually through the internal potency of Krishna himself. That means through Radharani. So this is called in the Madhurya, means this a devotional, loving relationship with the Radharani, in the pastimes of Radharani and the Krishna, in that connection. So this is called Madhurya Lila. Therefore, in the Vaishnava, you get this devotional ecstasy or this understanding by approaching Radharani, Srimati Radhika, with the pleasure potency of the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna himself. And so therefore, now right now we are in Radhakund. Radhakund, which is the Radharani is very wonderful pastime here, and so therefore many Vaishnavas and the Vaishnavis, especially during the season, during this very important, wonderful season, come to Radhakund and Samkund to do this special service, seva, to remember the Radharani's pastimes and to associate with the Vaishnavas and the Vaishnavis in the holy dham. So this therefore this type of lila is the highlights of the Vaishnava tradition. In the Vaishnava culture, these the relationship between Srimati Radhika and the Krishna in this very intimate relationship is a very important principle in the Vaishnava theology. And therefore, all the Vaishnavas and the Vaishnavis, they try to get this pastime, this lila, enter into their ears or into their thought. So therefore, they all come here and try to remember what Radharani did and what are our activities and how she could produce all these inconceivable, let's say, Madhurya, this rush in connection to serving Krishna. So this is realized by the devotees, Vaishnavas and the Vaishnavis, so much that once one enters into this lila or this culture, then one is completely beyond any material tinge of connection. One is completely beyond another realm. It's purely in the spiritual, in the transcendental realm. There, you see, there's no the material conception, and everything is in the spiritual world, spiritual conception, and a spiritual understanding, spiritual realization. So this is the whole realm of reality. It's called the transcendental reality. Now people talk about reality, but this type of reality cannot be experienced by ordinary people. But when one enters into the transcendental, this realm or transcendental region, then by the blessings of Radha and Lord Krishna, that one can actually have the experience and the understanding of the existence of this reality. So in this way, in the Vaishnava community, the advanced devotees of the Lord, so therefore they enter into this arena and then they become completely, they get unlimited, let's say, ecstasy and the happiness beyond measure. And so in this way, uh, they get a glimpse of the transcendental world. And so this is what the Vaishnavas always long for, that then developing called the prema bhakti. Prema bhakti means pure devotional. It's a relationship, understanding of the Supreme Lord. So in this way, a Vaishnava and the Vaishnavi feels that he or she gets the perfection of life. And so this is how the, the end result of the devotional life. Of course, it's always increasing in the Madhurya Rasa and in this. So there is no limit. It is unlimited, and so therefore, by developing this the pure devotional culture, or this pure devotional service, that one will be able to experience, these areas of ecstasy, devotional ecstasy, and then one will be able to experience that, yes, coming to this world, when one gets that type of experience, then one gets fulfillment, and so this is beyond any material conception, and so therefore one gets perfectly happy, one is fully joyful, and then there is no in such situation, such an individual is beyond any, let's say, material tinge of connection, is beyond matter. So in this way, the devotional life, when it reaches this highest stage of understanding, then he or she gets this type of experience.